Hey everybody, it's Great Bape here, and today I'm going to be playing some World of Tanks. Specifically, I'm going to be using the t-26. If you've never played this game before, it's a really fun game, and it's completely free to play. You can buy tanks and things like that, just like in any other free-to-play game, but you definitely don't have to if you're willing to put in the time to play with the tanks and get the hang of the game and sort of learn how it's supposed to be played. You definitely don't have to buy any tanks. It does take a little bit to grind and get a good level, tier 4 or 5 tank, but it's worth it. It's kind of hard to know what the good tanks are. I definitely do my research. Right now I'm trying to play the Russian tank line because whenever I first started playing this game I didn't do any kind of research or anything, and then I realized when I got to the M3 Lee in the American line that tank sucks a big old donkey dick and it is no fun to play with. It's just like driving around a giant box. People can get behind you really easy and take you out, and it's super slow to reload, and it just sucks. I don't like it. So anyway, I started to do some research and asked some of the people I was playing with, and a lot of people said that the KV1 and the T40 or T1, that's what it was, the T1 Heavy, are two of the best tier 5 tanks in the game. So I want to try out the KV1, and then I might start trying for the T1 Heavy as well. Eventually I want to try playing with the Panther too. I like the German line of tanks as well. It seems like the Chinese, French, and the Japanese tanks are pretty crappy. Or at least that's what most people say. But I've never really played with them. I don't like them that much. They didn't seem to have anything really special about them. Whereas the German tanks, they have decent guns early on. The Russian tanks with good mobility, and the American tanks are just good all around. So they're kind of a favorite. I see a lot of people play with American tanks and Russian tanks. Really, it's all about how you want to play the game, your style of playing the game. Really, there is kind of a certain way that you should stick to playing, which is more conservative, especially earlier on with the lighter tanks. You have less armor, and you deal a lot less damage, so it only makes sense that you should try to avoid heavy confrontations and head-on battles, because front armor, especially with a tank that has a clip or a auto reloading gun, is going to do low damage, and you're going to be best trying to use mobility and speed to get around your enemies and flank and get some shots off to help damage them for your teammates, rather than taking people head on. That's more of a roll, and that's like I said before, you don't necessarily want to take them head on, but you want to slowly advance in keeping yourself in cover. Okay, and also with this t-26, you're definitely or at least in my opinion, I like the heavier gun to start with. It reloads slower but does more damage and has more penetration, just because I like to kind of sneak around the sides of the map and flank people and get off 1 or 2 shots and just be done with it whenever I do hit them, and instead of sitting there with a rapid fire gun firing a ton of shells, and you only hit a few shots and they either bounce or they're very low damage. I just don't like messing with it. They can be good tanks, don't get me wrong. The rapid fire guns on the smaller, more mobile tanks, because you can quickly get around people. And if you can hit them from the rear, or especially shoot their engine with a rapid fire gun, you can take somebody out really, really quickly. But they just have to be fairly well exposed. Like that guy right there, if I had a faster tank with a rapid fire gun, I could have easily chased him down and killed him. And they're good for that in that sense, but I like to play a little bit more conservative and at the cost of speed and mobility, be able to take people out faster whenever I do see them, so that I have the least chance of taking damage. Because the quicker you end the encounter, then the less likely they'll be to be able to shoot you and deliver damage to you or your teammates. Also, the channel is fairly new, so if anybody who is watching this has any suggestions or anything like that, that you'd want to say, anything that you'd want to post in the comments, just let me know, and I'd love to hear from you guys and get back to you. Also, if there's any other free-to-play games that you guys know of that you'd like to see me play, or that you would want to play with me sometime, then we can arrange that as well. That'd be a pretty fun time, I think, to be able to get to play some games with people in the community on YouTube, and start to sort of expand my circles in the YouTube community. I think that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, I definitely like to hear from you guys. Anybody who has anything to say,
They're knocked out.
good or bad. But yeah, I like the t-26 quite a bit. It's a good tank all around. It's kind of weak, but if you play it like you're supposed to play it, it's a good tank. Alright, so we won that match. And we won by kills instead of capturing the flag, which is my favorite way to win. Alright, well, the video's coming to an end now, so like I said, if you guys have anything to say, just leave it in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. If you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it, but I'm not going to hound you guys for it in my videos. I mean, if you want to, you will. If you don't, you won't. That's cool. Anyway, though, this is Grape Ape, and I'll see you next time.